call this evening's meeting to order. This is the regular city council meeting for Tuesday, March 21st, 2023. Could I have a roll call, please?
Councilman Bembas.
Here.
Councilman Blair.
Here.
Councilman Carter.
Here.
Councilwoman Davy.
Here.
Mayor Gillis.
Here.
Councilwoman Harris.
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Martin.
Here.
Quorum present.
Can we have a moment of silent prayer? Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America
and
and to the republic for which it stands,
one nation,
under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I have a motion to approve this evening's agenda.
So moved. Support.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? We have one presentation tonight. It is a Nice Neighbor Award presented to Cordis Brothers Trucking and Excavated presented by Councilman Ed Carter.
Denise looking good tonight.
Cordis Brothers Trucking and Excavating, located at 6052 Starville Road in Marine City, has supported the city of Algonac in various ways over the years. Whether it's a donation of trucks, time, labor, or sponsorships of events, they are always there when needed and always willing to lend a hand. For many of the events, they have used their own trucks to block off streets during events, providing a safe environment for event guests. Like many times, the last few years, it's been the 4th of July, which has made it a lot more safe. They attend and participate in the city's parked Christmas parade. The Bump and Run event held the past 2 years would not have been possible without their efforts donating and hauling dirt and bin blocks, building the track, donating a lot of time, labor, and equipment. In 2018, they generously donated over 3,800 yards of dirt to help build a sledding hill at the Algonac Lions Field, giving kids of all ages the opportunity to have some outdoor fun in the winter that will last generations to come. I've been down that hill. These are just a few of the ways they participate and have graciously supported the city of Algonac and events held that make the city a better place. Cordis Brothers is a family-owned business that was established in 1986, who believes in serving the community, for which they have certainly lived up to. And we'll give you this Nice Neighbor Award. It says, Nice Neighbor Award, the city of Algonac presents a token of our gratitude to Cordis Brothers Trucking and Excavating for your kindness and endless support of the city of Algonac. The assistance and cooperation you give the various groups, events, and causes held in the city is greatly appreciated by all. Your efforts embody the definition of nice neighbor, and your community spirit sets an example for others to aspire to. We are so grateful for all that you do to make the city of Algonac a better place. It's signed by Mayor Gillis.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, that's right.
Just my wife was here.
No, but the wife has to come. Just the wife. Wait a minute, you did. No, you didn't.
Don't say just my wife.
Yeah, see?
We were never good at that stuff. There you go.
Well, anyway, Rocky. Hiding there.
Thank you.
Thank you. Congratulations. Thank you so much. Thank you for everything you do.
Thank you.
Your pictures, Lisa, your pictures will be inspected for accuracy when Mrs. Gerstenberg gets back. I'm just- All right, next up, we have public comment. Anybody who would like to speak before the public, please state your name, your address, and you have 5 minutes to speak.
Eileen Tesh, 145 Channel Side. I'm here this evening to set the record straight. I had written a letter to Sheriff Matt King, and I had sent it to a few of the council members, and I have learned that a number of people with social media got a hold of that letter. In the letter, I expressed my concerns to Sheriff Matt King regarding his stand on the Constitution, on the Second Amendment, and the new gun laws that were coming down. And I asked in the letter that he make a public statement what his position is regarding those gun laws, and that whether or not he is going to defend the Second Amendment and against any attempt to take away our guns or interfere with our Second Amendment. The Supreme Court has been very clear that there shall be no infringement. I had the opportunity to meet with Sheriff Matt King today, and I feel very confident that he understands and is ready to do whatever is necessary against any tyrannical attempt to take the guns or to limit those, limit our rights. One thing I have to apologize for is that in the letter, I quoted Sheriff Matt King, not based on my personal experience or that I had firsthand knowledge, but through a reputable source, I quoted him his words as I believe them to be. And in our conversation today, he denied those words, that he ever said them. He said it is untrue. I take him at his word. And so I wanted to put that on the record, that we are moving forward, we're turning the page, and we are honored, I believe all the citizens of Algonac are honored to have the St. Clair County Sheriff here watching over us. So God bless our sheriffs and all our first responders. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anybody else like to speak before the council? All right. Hearing none, let's move on to the consent agenda. Our consent agenda consists of the city council minute meetings from March 7th, 2023, departmental reports for light enforcement, building, DPW, finance, fire department, water department, communications and notices, boards and commissions roster, and the Algonac Housing Commission meetings. Can I have a motion, please?
I make a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented.
Support.
Comments, questions, or concerns?
Mayor Gillis,
Yes.
sad about this, but we're not doing the city manager's report.
Oh, we do not have a city manager report, I apologize.
Not a problem.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh, man, I wanted to hear Joe say.
All right, hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, item 11A. We have been asked to adopt resolution 2023-07 supporting submission of the grant application to the Michigan Recreation Passport Fund for Lionsfield Park Pathway. The Michigan Recreation Park Passport Fund provides funding to local units for the development of public recreation facilities. This includes the development of new facilities and renovations of old facilities. Applications must be submitted by April 1st each year. Grant award notification is expected in December. Development projects minimum maximum grant amount is $7,500 to $150,000. Grants are funded through Recreation Passport revenue deposited in the local Parks and Recreation Facilities Fund. The application requires a resolution from the governing body. The resolution supports submission of the application and commitment to the local match. Attached are the preliminary plans and a cost estimate. The total estimate is $201,400. Algonac is requesting $150,000 from the Recreation Passport Grant Program, and a match of $51,400 is required. Could I have a motion, please?
I make a motion to adopt Resolution 2023-07, supporting submission of grant application to the Michigan Recreation Passport Grant Program for Lions Field Park pathway.
Support.
Comments, questions, or concerns? Hearing none, could I have a roll call, please?
Councilman Bembas,
Yes.
Councilman Blair,
Yes.
Councilman Carter,
Yes.
Councilwoman Davies.
Yes.
Mayor Gillis,
Yes.
Councilwoman Harris.
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Martin.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Next up, we're being asked to approve the Milford Jackson Testamentary Trust Account Summary. In 1991, Algonac resident Milford Jackson established the Milford Jackson Testamentary Trust, which upon his death would pay Algonac an annual income. Fifth Third Bank manages the trust annually and provides a statement to the city of Algonac. The statement reports on two accounts: the Milford Jackson Testamentary Trust main account, which holds fixed and mutual funds, and the Testamentary sub-account, which holds individual equities. The income earned in the sub-account is regularly transferred over to the main account to be reinvested or distributed. All fees, expenses, and distributions are paid from the main account. Each year, a waiver and consent form must be submitted to the state of Michigan, acknowledging the city has received a copy of the annual report. This is the 29th year the city's received income. This year, the city received $27,000 from the trust. Could I have a motion, please?
Make a motion to approve the Milford Jackson Testamentary Trust Account Summary and authorize the city manager to sign the waiver and consent form on behalf of the city.
Support.
Comments, questions, or concerns?
Mayor Gillis, in the past, we've used this money for, basically children recreation. Do we have plans for it this year?
I am not aware as of right now. I think when Mrs. Gerstenberg gets back, we could ask her.
Could you ask her to put that in the city manager's report for next meeting?
Chief Doan, could you?
Yes.
Thank you.
Any other? I'd just like to say, and I just think I say this every year, for somebody to love a community as much as Mr. Jackson did, I don't know if Mr. Councilman, Mayor Pro Tem Martin, did you know him?
No, I did not know him.
I did.
Just knew where he lived on Channelside. And
But for him to leave us a sum of money that we've been receiving annually, $27,000, that's quite a gift and quite a legacy that he left behind for us. With that, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Next up, we have to approve the terms of purchase of road salt through My Deal program for 2023-24. First nice day of the year and we're approving road salt. Each year, the city purchases a large amount of road salt. For the last several years, we've been purchasing salt through the My Deal program and found this to be cost effective. My Deal is an extended purchasing program which allows Michigan units of government to use state contracts to buy goods and services. There are over 400 contracts available to bid in My Deal. In order to sign the agreement, council must first authorize Joe Vernier as the street administrator to formally execute the agreement on behalf of the city. Once the agreement is signed, the city is committed to purchase. The estimated 2023-2024 amount needed is 150 tons. Let's hope Joe Vernier is wrong. Can I have a motion, please?
I make a motion to authorize DPW foreman Joe Vernier to formally execute an agreement with M-Deal to purchase road salt for the 2023-24 season.
Support.
Comments, questions, or concerns?
Mayor, did we use all of the salt for this last winter?
Chief Doan?
That I do not know.
Why? I'm sorry, I have to, you know, how often do you sit there? I'm sorry.
I know we had a mild winter, and I just was curious for any left over that maybe we don't need as much to work on for next year.
We'll get to the answer.
Thank you.
Any other questions? All in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Any opposed? Motion carries. Next up, item 11D is to approve emergency water main repair at 1755 Michigan. On March 9th, Duluth Construction was called to perform an emergency repair of the water main at 1755 Michigan. May I have a motion, please?
I'll make a motion to approve payment to Duluth Construction Incorporated, whose address is 5727 Reamer Road in China, Michigan, for emergency water main repair, for emergency water main repair at 1755 Michigan in the amount of $7,360.
Support.
Comments, questions, or concerns? Hearing none, could I have a roll call, please?
Councilman Blair,
Yes.
Councilman Carter,
Yes.
Councilwoman Davies,
Yes.
Mayor Gillis,
Yes.
Councilwoman Harris,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Martin,
Yes.
Councilman Bembas.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Next up, we're being asked to approve emergency water line service repairs at 1616 St. Clair Boulevard. On January 21st, Duluth Construction was called to perform an emergency water service line repair at 1616 St. Clair Boulevard. Upon further investigation, it was discovered that a galvanized line was present, and per Eagle's new regulations, the city must replace with a new water service line. May I have a motion, please?
I'll make a motion to approve payment to Duluth Construction Incorporated, whose address is 5727 Rima Road in China, for emergency water service line repair at 1616 St. Clair Boulevard in the amount of $2,850.
Support.
Comments, questions, or concerns? Hearing none, could I have a roll call, please?
Councilman Carter,
Yes.
Councilwoman Davies,
Yes.
Mayor Gillis,
Yes.
Councilwoman Harris,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Martin,
Yes.
Councilman Bembas,
Yes.
Councilman Blair.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Next up, we have to adopt resolution 2023-08, recognizing Youth for the Future as a local nonprofit. Youth for the Future is a certified 501c3 nonprofit charitable organization committed to working with the community organizations leaders to make improvements to our community and encourage and inspire others to be civic leaders and initiate civic action for the betterment of the community. Their goal is to build future community leaders through scholarships for high school graduates. Youth for the Future conducts activities in a way that are self-supporting without taxing the limited resources of city government. In order to obtain a license from the state and conduct any fundraiser, the State of Michigan Charitable Gaming Division requires the local governing body to recognize the existence of such nonprofit within the community. May I have a motion, please?
Make a motion to adopt local governing body resolution for charitable gaming licenses, resolution number 2023-08, recognizing Youth for the Future as a nonprofit organization within the city of Algonac.
Support.
Comments, questions, or concerns?
He didn't have one before?
No.
Oh, okay.
He didn't have the resolution from the city.
Got it.
Hearing none, could I have a roll call, please?
Councilwoman Davies,
Yes.
Mayor Gillis,
Yes.
Councilwoman Harris,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Martin,
Yes.
Councilman Bembas,
Yes.
Councilman Blair,
Yes.
Councilman Carter.
Yes.
Motion carried.
And wow, this next one makes you think of Jake from Youth for the Future. Next up, we have accounts payable. Can I have a motion, please?
I make a motion to approve accounts payable and payroll in the amount of $312,603.21.
Support.
Comments, questions, or concerns? Hearing none, could I have a roll call, please?
Mayor Gillis,
Yes.
Councilwoman Harris,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Martin,
Yes.
Councilman Bembas,
Yes.
Councilman Blair,
Yes.
Councilman Carter,
Yes.
Councilwoman Davies.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Items for our next agenda, Chief Dunn?
Gender?
Gender?
Gender.
Looks like you have a water plant air compressor service agreement and a special event permit for the donut dash.
All right.
Sorry, for the what?
The donut dash?
Council comments. Councilman Bembas.
Thank you, Mayor Gillis. We had a citizen say that she sent a letter to some of the people on council. It'd be prudent to forward that letter to all council people since it has something to do with council. So I would ask that that be sent to all of us in our emails, please. Just so we have a record of what's going on. No big deal, I just wanna have a copy for myself. Our clothes bank at First Lutheran Church going really well. We're looking for some size 30 or 32 waist jeans for men. We could use some totes, those plastic boxes to hold clothes. And we're also looking for 5T sizes for boys. Okay, you can come to the Lutheran Church anytime on Mondays between 10 and 2. And if you can't make it there and you know what you need, just, message me or email me, or you know where I work, see me, and I can always have them dropped off at your house if you live in Algonac or Clay, and even parts of Marine City. The other thing coming up for me, I think is really important, is the, post office food drive in May. Algonac always does really well, the Algonac, Clay, and Harrison Island community. Last year, I think it was 5,600 pounds, let alone all the money from the different organizations that were donated, way more than Marine City Post Office ever thought about doing. We have a very giving community. I do know the food bank is always looking for cereal and pancake mix, because, you know, people can always have, we call it in our house brinner, you have breakfast for dinner, you know, and pancakes go a lot further, and a lot of kids, when I was a kid, I loved cereal, so yeah, okay, I'm gonna have a bowl of Fruity Pebbles for lunch too.
The boxes.
Yeah, because you get to read the
Read the
box,
boxes.
right? So please keep that in mind, it's time to start saving up your stuff and thinking about that, and, you know, I don't wanna ramble too long, but I'm gonna ramble too long. A lot of kids get their breakfast and lunch now at school. And when school gets out in May or June, they don't have that to fall back on. And that can be difficult for some families. So we're really looking at getting those cereal and lunch items, so that, you know, the kids don't have to go without the breakfast that they're usually getting at school. So please keep in mind cereal, okay? Thank you.
Councilman Blair.
First off, thank you, everybody that came out tonight. Cordes Brothers, you guys are everywhere, all the time, and Ron Schwartz, my neighbor, so I know, definitely how much you guys are active in our community. Want to give a personal thank you to all that you do for us and our city. It's well appreciated, thank you very much. I really don't have much more than that, because Mike took all the time, so I'm done for the night.
I'll owe you some next week.
Councilman Carter.
Thanks everyone for coming out. It's great that maybe it's starting to warm up a little bit. And I echo and thank Cordes Brothers for all that you do. It's hard to look around town and see something you guys haven't been involved in, so thanks for what you do.
Councilwoman Davy.
Again, thanks everybody for coming. Mr. Cordes, everyone around here will tell you that when it comes to the ARC, I will hit everybody and their brother up. So if you could give me a minute when the meeting is done, I'd love to talk to you for just a minute. And the ARC, we have this coming Wednesday, Inclusive Rec. Hopefully, the weather is going to hold. Every time that we've had it, the school has been canceled and we had to cancel it. It's at, from 3:30 to 4:30 at the Lions Hall. And what we do with Inclusive Rec is we do arts and crafts for any kids. Kids with impairments, kids who just need something to do for an hour after school. My daughter is going to be very upset if there are any issues and they cannot have Inclusive Rec. She's been telling me this for, Mom, you know what it is, you know what it is. I said, yeah, but it's on the calendar, it's right there. So if you have a kid or you just wanna come and help out, we should have some fun. And that is tomorrow, 3:30 to 4:30 at the Algonac Lions Hall. And believe it or not, that's all I got.
Councilwoman Harris.
Don't blame that on me taking your time too.
Thanks everyone for coming, and congratulations to Cordes Brothers for all you do, a very well-deserved reward. Thank you, Mayor.
Mayor Pro Tem Martin.
Along with the donations of equipment, time, and effort that we have received from Cordes Brothers Trucking, we have had past construction projects that have been completed on behalf of the citizens, and always a job well done. So, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, well, I will echo the compliments to Cordis Brothers Trucking. We greatly appreciate everything that you do for our community. It doesn't go unnoticed. The adult Pinewood Derby that was held on Saturday night.
I was gonna, didn't.
Well-
I was gonna go there.
There was 4 races against me and Supervisor Bryson. I won the first race and my wheel went flying off and landed on top of my car and it still beat him. The next 3 races I lost because my wheel just kept flying off. But my car was original, it hadn't been raced in 35 years, so I'm pretty proud of the car. I had it from my 2nd grade. But it was a fun night, we raised like $1,000 for the local scout, so that was well worth it. The Elginak Clay Community Fund, the grants are now open for all local nonprofits that are located in Elginak and Clay. The grant applications are at North Star Bank. We will be giving those out in June at a Music in the Park. But since the inception of the Elginak Clay Fund in 2004, there's been over $100,000 given out to our local nonprofits. It's something very great, and the way anybody can support them is through the Jack of Spades raffle tickets, which is sold at Snoopy's and was held tonight.
Ace of Spades.
Ace of Spades was picked tonight, so that's a $100 winner, and the pot will roll on. It'll be $3,200 to $3,300 next week if the Jack gets picked. So, and the cards are getting down there, so now's the time to get in there. And I don't think I have anything else with that.
I'd like to make a motion to adjourn.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
No, I just was wondering if Joe could be our city manager every meeting, because it seems to go pretty quick.